Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. And when we last left off, we put down a few new South American creatures. We have the jaguar over here, who is dancing like crazy over there. And we also have the llama that we put down over here. Maybe we'll get some baby llamas in this next episode. But today, we will be putting down the... The red-eyed tree frog. They're an exhibit animal, so we shouldn't have to worry about placement too awful much. We could actually just put down an exhibit, say, right here in this back corner. And also in the last episode, we were able to unlock the transport ride for the boat. So I'm thinking we might get maybe some hippopotamus or something of that nature placed down. There's plenty of room over here for such things. It would be within Work Zone 2, and we haven't had any hippos yet, so that would be an interesting water-based animal that I think the riverboat would actually shine through. So without further ado, let us put down some exhibits here. Just one exhibit should be fine, and we'll get the red-eyed tree frog in there. Let's see here. We need some habitat, and we need, like, exhibits. Wherefore art thou are our exhibit pieces here. Staff rooms and whatnot. Boo. They're probably a blueprint. There we go. All right, so we need an exhibit. We could probably do a large exhibit maybe on the corner. That way we could squeeze in a few more. This seems to be our exhibit area over here. So let's just do 2 if we can. What we'll do is we will put some paths around to the back side so that folks can get around. So we'll do that, and then we'll just run a small path around the edges here if we can. And we will not connect up to the staff path. Well, I mean, we could do that. That's fine. Nope. Length, nope. Go down. Yeah, that is really, really tinny. Let's see if we can really shorten this up a bit. Something like so. Yeah, that should be fine. Nice little thing right there. Sweet. And that distance is too long. Oh crap, we got inbreeding animals. All right, ostrich, what are you doing? All right, female, male. Goodbye, female. Release you to the wild. 23 conservation credits, and problem is a good one. Yeah, you're dancing around all crazy and no one is there. Do we have a challenge? Hey, we got some unclaimed rewards. Oh, 25 conservation credits. Well, it's not a new animal, but it is what it is. Let's get back to our exhibit building. This looked to be too short of a path here. That would connect up. Yeah, that works. So we've got some pathing there. Nice, and some pathing there. Sweet. So it may not be the best looking path, but it serves our purpose. All right, let's go to our trading market and see if we can find some red-eyed tree frogs here. Red-eyed tree frog. Excellent. So we've got a female. What is their social standings here? 1 to 8. So one female would definitely be fine to put in there. 1.3 years old. We'll adopt, send to the zoo, and place in there. Outstanding. So we should now have a red-eyed tree frog in here that we can adjust the temperature and humidity of course. Luciana is not doing too awful well, but we'll adjust her temperature up nice and easy, 26 to 31 degrees Celsius. There we go. Okay, so 26 to 31, we'll just go 28. 80 to 90% humidity, we'll go 85. All right, right there in the middle, temperature should be good. So that is welfare up. All we need to do is spend some research then to get some layout. Awesome. Red-eyed tree frog, let's set this. And then we can put down some educational pieces, increase that education up a bit. Red-eyed tree frog. All right, let's grab us a speaker. Huh, we don't have any speakers on this particular Goliath frog. Okay, so we can fix that as well. Let's go ahead and duplicate and move. Okay, so we've got that. How about right here? And then we will set that for the Goliath. Where are you, Goliath frog? There you go. So more education for the Goliath frog, and then we'll just copy this on over to the red tree frog and be all set. Yeah, maybe something like that. Should be fine. Red-eyed tree frog there. And I don't know, with this being pretty close, whether or not we can put one, say, on this backside. If we did something like, that'd be crossing, and we definitely don't want to do that. But we have visitors already with our Goliath tree frog, or red-eyed tree frog there. Let's see if we can take a look-see at Luciana, who is feeling much, much better. That's good to see. And right there on the back wall. Yeah, that's really tough to see, but, you know, folks are looking in, peering in. Animal died. Oh, crap. Tulamac. So poor Tulamac has kicked the bucket, and a lot of people are like, hey, that's a dead wolf. Anyway, that may actually hurt the... That's a lot of poop. That may actually hurt the social welfare of the animals. Yeah, we need another adult in here, and we have an adult. Let's see, you two? Yeah, so we have a juvenile male in here, and we actually don't have an adult. Maybe we can get an alpha male up in here. And of course, cleanliness is a thing. All right, let's look for some Arctic wolves. Maybe we can put down a good Arctic wolf in here. And we have the South American animals selected here. Let's do that and then search for the Arctic wolf and filter. See if we can find a male to put in here. It's the same appeal right there. We'll go ahead and adopt and move that wolf in here. So that will handle the adult population. These juveniles will grow up. And then hopefully our keepers are on the way for the disease and cleanliness thing. And as we were saying before we were so rudely interrupted, now that our exhibit is down there, our vet can do some research on the red-eyed tree frog, and I can get to work on the hippo enclosure. I'm not sure if we can afford one. Being sandbox mode, you know, they may be too expensive for us, or they may need conservation credits. So there's one for 4,000. If we look at their Zoopedia, can they live on their own? No, they need 3 at the minimum. So that is going to prove a little bit difficult for my plans here, as far as the hippo goes. If they're available for conservation credits and not price. Well, we do have a couple. So we have one female for money, and then the rest for conservation credits. If we could have 2 males in here, that would be fine, perhaps. 1 male, 29 females, so they would definitely fight. It may be worth taking a few hippos in the animal trading center and then just get ready to put them down. And looks like the one that was for money is already purchased, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if animals age when they're in storage. I don't want this guy to die while he's in storage, but we'll go ahead and adopt him and keep him in storage for now. And then if we can find a few females, that would be ideal. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Zoopedia for the hippo. They need 2 miles and 2 miles of water. So a 4-mile enclosure. That should be fine. A grade 4 fence, we can do that. We have some steel chain link. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this down, say, over here. I'll go ahead and build the enclosure, and then say over here, I'll get the start of the boat ride, and then see if we can do something like we did with the monorail over here to drive it over the fence and then bring it right down at the water level and just have people, you know, just go through the hippopotamus enclosure. So I will go ahead and build the hippo exhibit and be right back. All right, everyone, we got lucky and a few more hippos appeared in the animal trading market. So we'll go ahead and select one and get their terrain nice and neat. We have a 9-mile enclosure right here, which doesn't really seem like 9 miles when you look at the size of the hippo and you look at where they can go. That doesn't look like 9 miles, but maybe it's 9 square miles, so 3 by 3 miles. I mean, that still seems kind of small. The scaling seems a little bit off, but either way, we can adjust the terrain. They'll need some hard shelter, and we need to get all of this long grass out of here. So without further ado, we will make sure that we jack this up to the biggest size and get all of this long grass gone. And then we also have to add some soil and some rock as well, and we can do that when we add our lake that we're going to have here. It's going to be a pretty massive lake. All right, so let's stop that for now. They need 4 miles of water, and we have 9.2 miles of walkable land. So basically, if we just split this thing in half, we'll be able to get them a bit of a pool. So let's just lower some ground here as we can. All right, then we will flatten to a surface, or no, we want to flatten to a foundation. And then that way, everything will be this specific height. And this is taking out a huge chunk of land for sure. And then we'll just be able to smooth out the edges so that the hippos can get down into the water. And roughly half of it. So we'll go all the way up to the fence. And then that should help our overall like terrain distribution here. Since most of it's going to be water, we don't have to do so much adjusting to get that right. All right, we probably need to come over just a skosh more, and then we'll just smooth out these edges. It's going to take a lot of smoothing, but thankfully we're only paying 45 cents to smooth out this land. I mean, that's kind of okay. I don't imagine many contractors or construction workers out there that would smooth out this entire area for 45 cents per little incline. But hopefully we can turn this section into the pool, and hopefully it's a navigatable area. We'll have to see on the animal themselves to see if they can indeed walk it. All right, can we put the water down? All right, that is a lot of water. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and play and see how much water space they've got. All right, so just barely lowered on the land, and they cannot walk in that water just yet. All right, so we're going to have to do a lot more smoothing. So let me go through and make this a walkable ramp for them to get down into. We also need to think about water purification, so I can run a staff path down through here to the point where it can reach this little lake, and I'll be right back. All right, so after moving some fencing around, we actually gained a lot more land by extending these fence posts nearly all the way out to the path itself. So now we are sitting at 5 miles of navigatable land area and 4.6 miles of water area. So pretty much right down the middle. This should be fine. And like I said, we're going to run our ride off of this path, up and over and down through the actual water. At least try to. Perhaps we'll loop it around, maybe start it over here, loop it over, and then loop it back. If we can find another animal that requires a lot of water, that might be pretty cool to do, sort of like a loop, a figure 8 over a few exhibits, and then that would make sense to have our water purification run down here and encompass a wider area, maybe even a group of 4 exhibits with a lake. That might be pretty cool indeed. But for now, we have to put down a lot less short grass and a lot more soil. So we'll go ahead and start painting our soil up, and we'll just do it right on the edge of our lake here. And we will increase that size tremendously, get that soil up, and then once we get that in, we can start putting in rock as well. All right, so that is the soil content done. Let's just add a little bit more over here, and that gets rid of our short grass requirement. So that is soil all the way around the lake, and now we need rock. Okay, so yeah, we don't need a whole lot of sand. Let's go ahead and make this area rock over here, let's say. We'll just paint that right on up and get the terrain much, much better. And there we go, we are within our tolerances now. So that should be fine. Now all we need is some hard shelter. Okay, so that can be easily done. Let's go to our blueprints and see our facilities and shelter and see if we can indeed get some good hard shelter in here. All right, probably the largest is going to be the way to go. We'll rotate that out like so. And that's 50%. They're going to need another one then. And then we'll put down some bedding as well. 18, and then 62, and then 37. Dang, what is with these common ostriches? I swear we're going to have to start with a brand new fresh set of ostriches. Released to the wild. Goodbye. All right, anyway. As we were saying before we were so rudely interrupted, hey, the mechanic research is done. What was our mechanic researching? Another drink shop. All right, so this drink shop was going to be the Pip Shot juice. No, we got the Cosmic Cow milkshake. All right, that isn't too awful bad. All right, so we are working on our hard shelter here. 37% hard shelter. That is, okay, we'll do another copy and duplicate. I mean, surely 3 very large shelters are big enough for our hippos here? Yeah, 95%. Nope, 58%. I don't know why it was all jumping around like that. Let us put down some bedding. Large bedding, of course. I don't know if we need to actually add more hard shelter or not. According to the graph, we do. Yeah, they need like a massive, massive thing. Yeah, they probably won't fit in there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll put in that bad boy. All right. Let's just Control Z out the bedding. All right, now let's get the big boy. 24 by 24 by 18. Can we even fit that in there? It's going to be tight. Let's try the 12 by 12 and see if that is good enough before I plop down the massive honking shelter. All right, how you feeling now? 66%. I mean, it's almost like they do need that big one. Let's put down the 24 by 24 by 8. And that is just massive. But it should get the job done. There we go, 100% hard shelter. All right, that should be fine. That is, oh, crocodile's about to inbreed. Tell you what, female release to the wild, please. And then when all the saltwater crocs grow up, that's going to be a thing as well. Hey, what are these challenges? Okay, so we're getting our rewards step by step. Okay. Some avatar pants. That's fine. I haven't even messed with my avatar really since the start. But there we go. So now habitat is 96%. We can work on our enrichment. They need food and toys. I'm not sure if we know any hippo. Oh yeah, we do. Oh, that's bedding. We want enrichment items. Okay, so we've got a sprinkler over here we can plop down. So that's 50 out of 121 on the toy. We have the large barrel feeder as well. It's going to be 20 out of 30. And then the herb scent marker. We'll plop that down and get them up to 74%. We also need our food and water. So we'll do a water pipe in the corner. We'll do a large food trough over here. And I don't know, but we'll go ahead and put that down as well. All right, so that should be the hippo area done. Once we get the education items down, I'll go ahead and start making the trail or the boat, or I might leave that for the next episode because it took a hot minute to get these hippopotamus happy. Vet research is done. What was our vet researching? All right, stuff for the llama. Let's go ahead and head on over to the llama, who I believe will have a brand new baby llama around. And yes, indeed, we have baby Andes. So baby Andes there with our llamas. That is cool indeed. Let's go ahead and look at our habitat and enrichment items for our llama and see if our vet came up with anything really cool. No, just the block of ice, the herb scent marker, and all the stuff that they currently have in there. I believe our vet should swap on over to hippo just in case. We might not learn anything new on the first little bit. Or do we want the red-eyed tree frog? Yeah, because we don't know anything about the red-eyed tree frog. So we'll hop on in there and do research there. And in the meantime, I will go ahead and get down some donation bins. We'll go ahead and duplicate that in place around the hippos as we can. And we'll also bring some recycling bins over, because I believe people are going to be bringing their food and drink around, and we are going to want to keep this place nice and tidy as possible. So we'll just go ahead and duplicate and put recycle bins right next to all the donation bins. Whether or not they use them is another question, but it's better for them to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Yeah, just like right there, we've got cups laying on the ground. We're going to need definitely some garbage bins around this area. Just to make sure that people will throw away their stuff. All right, let's grab a speaker. And do we have power in this section? That's another thing. All right, so we're going to have to extend the service path down this way and put down power and water purification so we can reach that. So I will go ahead and do that and be right back. All right, so we've extended a staff path right down through the middle and looped it around, and right here was where the power transformer needed to be to reach this outer edge right here. And it should be enough to power the boat ride. So, I guess in the next episode, what we're going to do is basically lay out our boat ride as best we can, thinking about how far our water purification can go. And as you can see, not that far. We might be able to put an exhibit over here, but pathing would just be tremendously difficult. So I don't know if this ride would be worth it to do, but we've got $1.1 million. We could probably take a loss on that ride a bit. We'll just place it here, and you know, it may be too close to these guys. We may have to put down a shelter. If I can do something like that and put down, say, one of these guys and duplicate it around and hide it out of the way, something like this, I mean, I'm not sure if that would work, but it's definitely worth a try. That way we can, you know, keep them out of the sight line. Maybe put some trees or shrubbery in the way. Yeah, let's do something like that, so that as people ride by, they don't see the power and water situation. Yeah, something like that. That kind of looks nice. 45% scenery rating. We've reduced the negative area by 24%. So hopefully, when we click on the negative impact to guess, yeah, hopefully that gets reduced and we can run, as long as we run our path right along here and in, it shouldn't be too awful bad. It's just going to be the extent of the track that we're sort of limited to. Yeah, disease risk and all that good stuff. All right, we're going to need our sign to kick off the episode here. So we'll go ahead and plop down our hippopotamus sign right there. Welcome one and all to the hippopotamus, and there we go, the hippopotamus amphibious, the sea horse. Outstanding. So hopefully that will get us set up for our track ride, and the hippos are hard at work, just chilling underwater and all that good stuff. Good to see. You love this place? Can get a good view of the orangutan. I like the view of the jaguar. So Renia Otero is feeling pretty good. The jaguar is stressed. Okay, so we might need to give the jaguar a hiding place. So let's do that to end the episode. We could probably put one. Let's see, where do we want a hiding place? Maybe. Yeah, let's take a look at some shelter. We kind of want the most enclosed that we can get. So what we'll do is we'll put it. Say maybe right here. Maybe extend a barrier out. Maybe a brick wall outward, say, to right there, so that the jaguar can run in. We'll see if that works. We have a brand new shelter for you there, jaguar. Go ahead and get... Yeah, if you're trying to hide, I got a place for you. It's feeling pretty good. I don't know if the jaguar was considered shy or not, but just having that option should be fairly good for Tenok there. And I think we'll call it an episode here, ladies and gentlemen. So next time, we will be able to put down our ride. Ideally, what we want to do is have it start, do a loop, and come back. And we may make the station over here, let's say. I'm not sure. I may have to just try it out in Sandbox, because I'm not exactly sure how the boat would work, if it works like the monorail or not. Basically, it just has this elevated platform. Oh, and it needs to start in water, does it? Oh no, it can go in water, and it can start in water. So do we do something crazy and extend this water out and have the boat ride stay and then go up and over? Maybe sort of like a, if we had the water extend all the way around here, that might be pretty cool. Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to consider. We've got $1.2 million to do it with, and I think we'll be fine. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.